Hey guys, I'm Justin.
I'm Leigh.
And today we're going to go over our April 2025 collection update. It's a big one, but there was a lot of stuff on pre-order. We did take a trip to McKay's. I may not survive this episode. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's roll the opening and get right into it.
Welcome to Horrorland.
Alright, so April 2025, we started out, I did so well the beginning of the month, and then I don't know what happened. I really don't. So, yeah. But anyways, we'll start out, run through this as quickly as we can. We've had a long day. We've been at tennis for our daughter, so, like I said, going to run through these. The first two are actually not purchases. These are cheats. I wanted to show these off, though, because it kind of gives the reason as to why I got everything else. Everyone knows I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I've been going through the collection, and I've noticed, I was looking for a lot like late 90s, early 2000s stuff, and I went on an XPW kick, and so I bought all of their event DVDs. XPW, the complete first season. My dad actually already had this, and he also had the complete second season as well. They are new to the collection. I added those, though, because I did, of course, have to go and buy season 3. So we did buy it, and then we did get XPW After the Fall. This is just the 2-disc set that kind of shows like some unreleased things from. I think that DVD is mostly '99 before they started doing all the event DVDs. So we did get Baptized in Blood, Go Funk Yourself. This is their 1-year anniversary. Baptized in Blood 2.
Is this all XPW?
Yeah.
This whole stack?
Yep. XPW Redemption. XPW Damage Inc. I'm going to quit saying XPW. All of these are XPW. Did get Blown to Hell. Retribution. New Year's Revolution. Free Fall. You gotta have Free Fall. New Jack throwing Vic Grimes off that balcony trying to kill him is synonymous in wrestling history. Genocide, Liberty or Death, Baptized in Blood 3, Hostile Takeover, Fallout, Exit Sandman, and then the 2008 reunion show Cold Day in Hell. I don't know. We'll see about these. I remember XPW after the fact. Of course, everybody knows XPW, infamous for being owned by an adult film producer, and that showed a lot in their DVDs or in their show. And then they were also like extremely hardcore glass, thumbtacks, barbed wire, stuff like that. They were the first real like deathmatch company, air quotes. So I've watched a few of those already. They're pretty decent, but I do know that it falls way off as it goes through. Keeping it with the wrestling theme, we did get, these were actually ordered in March. But it takes the guy that I order from in the UK forever to make these. It takes him like 2 or 3 weeks to make them, and then shipping them, of course, takes time to get here. So we did get TNA double pack here. This is Emergence and Victory Road from 2024. This guy does great releases, and I could go to TNA and buy the official DVDs for $20 a pop. But the thing is, you're not going to get their like Impact Plus or TNA Plus, whatever they call it, events. You're only going to get stuff like this, which is Bound for Glory. Like this will have an official DVD, but why get it when I can get the double packs and get the whole year's worth? TNA is absolutely killing it right now. Joe Hendry just had a WrestleMania moment, so that's pretty big. We have Turning Point and Final Resolution of 2024. I did get Ring of Honor Final Battle 2024. Yes, I still get the Ring of Honor pay-per-views, even though they are owned by AEW, and in all honesty, they really suck. They're not. Their weekly episodes are not that great. Their pay-per-views are still pretty good, though. Doesn't feel disc is in there. it's still in, their pay-per-views are still pretty decent for what they are. And then we did get the AEW 2024 pay-per-view pack. So this is all of the pay-per-views from 2024 for AEW. You've got Revolution, Dynasty, Double or Nothing, All Out, Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, and World's End. I'm sure those were not in order. But yeah, super cool there. Glad to have that. And then we started off with the 2025 TNA double packs, which is Genesis 2025. And looks like Sacrifice. Looks like he messed up the back here. Yeah. So Genesis and Sacrifice. I may need to put that one in and check it.
When are you going to watch all this wrestling?
I don't know. You have a beach vacation coming up, so I guess I'll spend my entire week watching that. Next up,
a whole week.
Huh? I'll figure it out. When have I managed to watch all these XPWs I've already watched? I figure it out. You ain't watched a single one. Next up, wrestling film, wrestling horror movies. We did get several of these. So we have The Masked Mutilator. We have Power Bomb. We have Wrestle Massacre. And we have Wrestle Maniac. We got all these for a reason. Let's just say 8X Productions is doing some homework. We'll leave it at that. Hopefully,
I will have to watch those.
Hopefully, later this year we can announce what said homework was for. We are working on some things, so those were bought for purpose. Next up, I'm a huge Lion King fan. Yes, I'm 30 years old and love the Lion King, but we did get Mufasa. We haven't actually had a chance to watch this yet. I'm sure Ava would probably like this, so maybe we can watch that with her. We also got Flight Risk. They played this on like every single commercial from the time it came out until the time it hit Blu-ray. It looked okay. Looks like a stupid Mark Wahlberg action film. We'll see. As much hype as it got, I wanted to check it out though. And then we did get Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I love the Sonic series. I think they're great. I do have a couple extras, like you'll notice a few new releases missing. They're coming. Our Walmart's in the area. I live in the South, so of course Bible Belt and the new horror stuff we don't get a lot of. So I have to order those, and Amazon has been a pain in the ass with getting me my stuff. So those will be here in a couple of days, but unfortunately you got to cut it off, and those will now roll over into May for the collection update for that. We mentioned this on our Gateway horror episode, and it really made me want to grab them, so I got Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2. I'm probably one of the only people who actually prefers Scooby-Doo 2 over the first one, but I love that movie, and I was actually surprised that I didn't have them, so picked those up off Amazon. Also, did get Desert Fiends here. This is a Sean C. Phillips Cool Duder film here. It does have Tom Arnold. The trailer for this looks absolutely awesome. I'm not typically a big fan of his films, just not. But I'm hoping this one, it looks good, so I'm hoping it is. So picked up that one. Now comes the good stuff. So this whole stack... Huh?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
But they just keep coming.
This whole stack, Leigh decided that she needed to take a shopping trip to go get some new clothes for her job. And so when we did, of course, went to Nashville. And I couldn't go to Nashville without going to McKay's. I will say, though, we went in the morning. I've always loved McKay's. I went in the morning and I've never been more disappointed. The amount of people that were there. They just did a revamp of their store. So the way that they changed it up. McKay's, unfortunately for me, it sucks now. I very much disliked it. So what we did was we traded everything in. I was so ready to go. It was so busy. I got a few things. We went back that night on the way out of town, and I basically spent the rest of the credit so that hopefully I never have to go back. I won't say never. I don't have to go back for a while. I used to try to go to McKay's 3 or 4 times a year. Once a year now, like I'll just save stuff and go once a year and be done. It was an absolute nightmare. I did manage clearly to get a big stack of stuff, but again, we got all this with credit. I got a few video games. I didn't include those. I think all in, I think I actually had to spend $40 cash because we went over a little bit. The video games were a little expensive, and that's why, again, though, just trying to use all that credit. But we'll keep it with the media here. We did get the Munsters Season 1. I love the Munsters. We actually watched an episode of that last night before bed. The Munsters Season 2, which I think there was only 2 seasons, so that'll be the complete series. Swamp Thing Volume 3. So this is the final episodes of the series. This is like extremely out of print, and they had it for $15. So of course I picked up Volume 2 at Big Lots last summer. So all I got to do now is find Volume 1, and I'll have the complete series of that because I love that. I have a bootleg. Bootleg sucks. I've been looking for this for a while, and the prices for this on the internet are just outrageous, and that's the Boogeyman trilogy here. Boogeyman 1 sucks. I don't care for it too much. But then 2 and 3 I absolutely love. I know I'm probably weird and people are probably cussing me right now, but I actually really enjoy 2 and 3. I got this one just simply because it looked intriguing. It may suck, but it looked cool, and again I had the credit. So this one is Beyond the Wall of Sleep. I don't know much about it. Again, just had the credit, so we scooped it up. Move some stuff around because I'm running out of room.
Imagine that.
Next up, we did get All Hallows Eve 2. Of course, All Hallows Eve, everybody knows it for being famous for Art the Clown's first appearance. And so Part 2, I've seen this before. I don't remember a whole lot about Part 2, to be honest, though. I just got Part 1 not too awful long ago, so decided to pick that one up. This is another one. I've watched some reviews since I picked this up, and everyone's like, this is a turd of a film. So we'll see. This will probably get enacted, probably get hit with the 30-minute rule, but that's Dark Hall from Scream Factory. We did get Trap here with Josh Hartnett. A lot of people have really been raving over this one, saying how good it was. I think is this an M. Night Shyamalan film? I think it is. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his films, so we'll see. But Josh Hartnett really has had a big resurgence in his career, so I'm interested to check that one out. We got The Exorcist Believer. I'm not a huge original Exorcist fan, but some of these later ones are okay. I've heard this one is just that, okay. It's nothing great, but again, had the credit, decided we'd check it out. We'll get these two out next. This is kind of the same way, The Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe. I've heard that this one is just okay. Nothing great, nothing that's going to reinvent the wheel for the horror genre, but one that was, again, for the credit that I had to spend, decided to pick that one up. And the exact same thing with this one. We can't even see the cover.
Yeah, they ruined that.
The name. Yeah, McKay's put stuff in weird places. But anyways, I did get Night Swim. I think our oldest daughter actually went to see this when it was in the theater, and she said it actually sucked. And I haven't heard a lot of good things about it. But again, I decided I would pick it up. Again, all this stuff, if it sucks and I don't like it, we have the perfect way to resell it with the conventions. And there's always someone who's going to want to see it, even if it sucks. Kind of like me, they're always intrigued by what it may be. Next up, I did get Day of the Dead Bloodline. Just one of those later installments in the Day of the Dead series. We did get The Final Terror here from Scream Factory. Again, I don't remember much about this one. I'm almost positive that I have seen this, but don't remember a lot about it. Deep in the Darkness, my apologies, from Scream Factory. This is a Chiller TV original. Chiller is kind of like the Canadian sci-fi. But in my opinion, Chiller always had some much better films. So interested to check that one out. We did get From the Dark here. This is a Dark Sky Films. Again, don't know much about it. It was a horror film I'd never seen. It was $3.95. Again, just trying to spend that credit. Did get Nightmares from Scream Factory, another anthology. And in all honesty, after I bought this, I think we may have tried to watch this once upon a time, and I don't think that we liked it. I couldn't remember that in the moment going through it in the store. But if we don't like it again, we'll sell it off at the convention. Did get The Dead Girl in Apartment 3 from Wild Eye. This was brand new factory sealed, so I figured, hey, why not? And then this was not a very good buy, but it is what it is. Again, just trying to spend that credit. We did get the Omen box set from Scream Factory. I gave $36 for this, and I think you can buy it brand new at Walmart when Walmart had it for like $29.95. That's another thing with McKay's. Their prices suck in comparison, especially to what they used to be. All my friends are like, man, we can never find anything when we go there. And I've always been the supporter of them and saying, hey, I can always find stuff and it's a great store. I'm not the supporter anymore. I'm right there with them. Their prices suck. The revamp of the store sucks. Not a fan. I mean, they still give pretty damn good, decent credit. So, I mean, we'll probably still go to trade stuff in, like I said, maybe once a year. But I'm not going to go like I did, like I used to go. While in Nashville, we had some extra time after Leigh got done shopping, though, and we decided that we would go hit up Jesse at Danger Zone Video? Danger Zone Video. And I will link his Instagram and stuff down below. If you guys are in the Nashville area, definitely go check him out. We met Jesse when we first started with Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Convention, it being in the Nashville area. He always comes and shops with us. And this year, they actually pulled the trigger and had a booth. He specializes, I would say specializes in VHS. So we got a ton of VHS for convention stock. But he had a ton of good Blu-rays and stuff as well. So we picked up some of those. We did get Hellbreeder. Again, don't know anything about this. I came home, watched some reviews. A lot of people say this is a big turd. But it looked cool and it has a clown. So that always intrigues me. We did get Metallica with Quebec Magnetic. Here, this is the live concert. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is 2 discs. I am mistaken. It's only 1 disc. I think maybe they had a 2-disc edition at one point. But really good there to have that. We got the Punisher Warzone. I've got the Punisher with, what is his, well, good God, John Travolta. I have it on 4K, and I've been looking for this one on 4K, but that thing's like $100. It's extremely out of print. This Blu-ray from 6 will do just fine. And then Jesse himself is a huge wrestling fan, so he had a lot of these High Spots DVDs. So I love Steve Corino. I love his interview style. So we did get the Steve Corino Presents Tracy Smothers. Love Tracy Smothers. Hate that he is gone. He was an amazing storyteller. Just the way that he told stuff, and his gimmick in Smoky Mountain, next to none. And then I also got the shoot interview with Jack Victory. I was not a huge fan of Jack Victory in ECW, but decided, hearing some of these stories and stuff, sometimes you can't go wrong. So we did pick it up as well.
Well, last stack.
Last stack. Alrighty, so we are here with the last stack. Sorry, almost ran out of camera time there. Had to swap batteries. But next up, Terrence Muncie. As everybody knows, our heart and soft spot for Terrence. Absolutely incredible guy. Does the artwork, has done the artwork, I should say, for Mothershucker and Twisted Gables. And hopefully we'll be doing some more artwork for us this summer as we get ready to move into filming Mothershucker Part 2. But Terrence has also done some movies of his own, and he actually kind of just did a trade with us for some stuff for the support. We give him copies of our films because he did the covers for them, and he was like, I want you guys to check out my movies and kind of give me some feedback. So we haven't done that yet. Hopefully we will soon. Final Cut is his newest film. This just came out. This is in conjunction with, it looks like The Gorgeous Girls. If you guys have been to Days of the Dead, I think, and I think they usually have a booth at Horror Hound as well. They're usually there. So yeah, this is 123 minutes, so a 2-hour film. And then Terry, he was also like, hey, have you ever seen my most, he said this was the most expensive one that it took him to make. We were talking about budgets and stuff like that. And so he was like, I've actually got a copy of it up in my room. I'll bring it down. I want you guys to watch it too. And this is Bikini Monsters. He said that he had actually made this with the intention of it being played on Sci-Fi. But I think it was actually licensed incorrectly and was actually never played on there. But we do look forward to checking those out. Hopefully, like I said, we will be giving Terrence his own episode. It's just a matter of getting together and making all that work. But also while at Full Moon, this was another pickup from Jesse. It was Big Trouble in Little China. This is the Arrow Blu-ray. I just wanted to try to get something to kind of support them because Jesse always buys from us. And I didn't have this, and it was, I think I gave $15 for this, I think. And when I went to check out, Jesse was like, just take it. I'm going to come to your booth and we'll do some trading. So that's what we wound up doing. And then there was a guy actually set up beside Terrence. I don't know if he had a booth name. I don't really think he did. I think he was just kind of a person trying to sell off some stuff. He had magazines, DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS. If you're watching this and you were that guy, reach out, tell me, the name of your booth or whatever. Drop that in the comments. Or if Terrence, if you're watching this, let me know. But it is Vinegar Syndrome's Sworn to Justice, Cynthia Rothrock. This will go nice in the collection for that. I like Cynthia Rothrock movies. I think I enjoy them more than Leigh. Just that cheesy, stupid action kind of style, I don't mind it. And I think Cynthia Rothrock movies are a lot better than Billy Blank's movies. But I still enjoy Billy Blank's to an extent. I like hers a lot better though. Next up, one of the final Vinegar Syndromes that I wanted to get. I didn't ever have this one, so I picked up Night Beast. So looking extremely forward to checking this one out. This is just a rebuy. I finally secured a copy of this with the slip, and that is Jack Frost. That brings me to one Blu-ray in my collection that I need a slipcover for. That is Tammy and the T-Rex. I had a copy purchased off of Facebook, and the guy was a scammer. Luckily, if you're going to be a scammer, I don't understand the appeal to you to use PayPal goods and services, because I'm going to get my money back. So I don't really know what you thought you were going to scam. But unfortunately, I did not get that Blu-ray. So I'm still on the hunt for that. If I can find that, that is the final one that I need. But I refuse to give $100 for it. So if you're watching this and you have a copy of Tammy and the T-Rex, whether it's Blu-ray or 4K, and you have the good slip, not that really shitty comic book slip, hit me up if you want to get rid of it, because I want it. And I will pay for it. I'm just not giving $100. So we'll get into the new Vinegar Syndrome for the month here. We did get Bone Sickness from Saturn's Core. I'm not a huge fan of Saturn's Core stuff, but this is a film that I've heard a ton about, and so I decided I would check it out. I don't know. Saturn's Core is like extremely low budget, like extremely crappy tape roll VHS transfers. So we'll see. Again, if I don't like it, we will sell it off. Did get The Nesting here on 4K. Just never seen this one. I know Blue Underground has a Blu-ray of it, but I sell it all the time for the convention, but I never have actually. That's the artwork that's actually on the Blue Underground. I sell it all the time, but I've actually never watched it. So with the 4K, decided why not. Everyone knows my weakness for Vinegar Syndrome. This one, I cannot show the cover. We can show that cover though. Murder Rock. This is a 4K, so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is this Fulci? I'm looking. Yeah, Fulci. So this is one of the final Fulcis that was not released. So Vinegar Syndrome puts it out on 4K. I am a huge Lucio Fulci fan. He did Lucio Fulci's Zombie that we watched. So Lucio Fulci, love his style of horror, so cannot wait to check this one out. It's one I've never seen either. Does have some nudity though on that front cover, so can't show that off. We'll put that back up later. I'm going to wind up ripping the book. And then I did get their cinematograph, or however you say this line. I did get Drop Zone here. This is Wesley Snipes and... just Wesley Snipes. It has someone else big named in it, but I don't know who it is. I can't tell off the drawn cover. I'm not huge on this line. I do have Red Rock West, but a lot of this line is just stuff that I don't care anything about. But when you've got a action film that has Wesley Snipes, I'm all for it, because back in the day he had some great stuff. So cannot wait to see that. And then we will end here with our newest slate of Second Sight films. This one actually just came to us today. This is The House of the Devil. I have seen this before. I remember it being an extremely slow burn. It's extremely atmospheric. You don't watch this for a lot. I mean, you watch this for jump scares, and but it has absolutely. It's so slow. So slow.
I'm gonna jump is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't even know if we'll watch this one together, to be honest. Not because you'll jump, but because you will be bored out of your mind. It is very slow, from what I remember. And in all honesty, I remember kind of being bored the first time that I watched it. But with this nice addition and everything, I decided to go ahead and pick it back up, because the regular Blu-ray's out of print. So I figured I would pick this up. If I don't like it, I know I can get my money back out of it. So I'm going to check it back out, just because it's one that a lot of people talk about in like the horror community. But I can't lie, I remember being pretty bored with it the first go around when I watched it, when it first came out years ago. We did get, we'll do these backwards here, I did get The Brood. Never seen this. It is a classic, I guess you could consider it. but never seen it. So again, they released the 4K, decided to pick it up. These second sight editions are just absolutely beautiful with the book and everything in them. And again, you really can't go wrong with picking them up. If you don't like them, their stuff sells out so quickly that you can just about always get your money back. But anyways, next up is Scanners. This is, I don't know if this was 4K or not. I really don't know. I'm assuming this is just Blu-ray. Nope, this is 4K. So Scanners, I like all of the Scanners franchise. I've seen 2 and 3. I've seen Scanner Cop, but I've actually never seen Scanners, surprisingly enough. I've seen bits and pieces. I've never watched it all the way through, though. This is revered as a lot of people's favorite David Cronenberg, so I cannot wait to check this one out. Like I said, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So that is going to end this month's episode. We do have more stuff ordered. Kind of a quote-unquote preview, we'll say, for May. My order has shipped with Friday the 13th, the Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X 4Ks. That should be here sometime next week. But again, without not being true to the stuff that came in April, we would have had to have put off the video. We've also got, what was the movie we went and saw in the theater? We both enjoyed it. Hard Eyes. I have Hard Eyes coming. Again, that just had to come from Amazon, and for whatever reason, it's decided to take a trip halfway around the world before it gets to me.
You do realize that this stack that we had done so good getting through, watching, and dwindling down is now...
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Right back up.
I'm well aware. A lot of this McKay stuff, though, we're going to fly through that. Because a lot, like the seasons and stuff, we're not going to watch right away. And a lot of that McKay stuff, again, when I got home and watched reviews, a lot of it's really rough. So, again, we're going to enact the 30-minute rule on a lot of this stuff and knock it out. Because, like Dark Hall, I watched the trailer for that, and it looked pretty rough. So
Okay, can't wait.
Anyways, again, a lot of this is wrestling. If you take the wrestling out, we're down to about what we have been having the past couple of months, which is like 2 pretty healthy stacks. I did go a little overboard with the wrestling, but again, I don't know. For some reason, I just wanted all the XPW stuff. I am now on the hunt for FMW, so I will probably just wind up, in all honesty, getting those from YouTube, because those DVDs are even more expensive than the XPW. I looked up on those and was able to get a lot of those in lots. I was able to get 5 or 6 DVDs at a time for like $30-$40. So they really didn't cost that much. There's just a lot of them. But yeah, those will also be good. Me and Dan have actually, may do a retrospective on XPW at one time, or another. So we'll have all those. But anyways, we've got a lot of stuff to get through, but we'll get through it. We've got to actually, just sit down and knock some stuff out. I always take a DVD player to the beach, so I'll be watching some DVDs and knocking some of those out.
While I'm on the beach.
I always go to the beach with you.
You do.
But yeah, we'll be knocking some of this stuff out. We're trying to, we're slowing down quite a bit. The kids are fixing to be out of school, so it won't be run so much. We don't start another movie until July because we have to wait for Korn to come in for the Mothershucker. And then we don't have another convention until June. So I'm really hoping that we can sit down and run through some of this. Again, you're going to see probably on To Keep or Not to Keep, you're going to see a lot of, we didn't watch all this because of the 30-minute rule. That's what we're going to have to do to get through it all. So, but we'll get through it one way or another. We'll figure it out. I have stuff that I've had for 4 years that I haven't watched. So, it's just part of it. Just part of it.
Okay.
Anyways.
He's more optimistic than I am.
Yeah. Anyways, we mentioned conventions. We will be back in June with Days of the Dead Indianapolis. Again, we've said for the past couple weeks here that we are not going to jump head first back into announcing with all the people that are going to be there just yet. We will get back into that here soon. But we just kind of want to take a break and just kind of recharge everything. Me and Dan will be back next week with one brand new episode of One Fall to a Finish. We've finally been able to nail down a date to get together to do that. So next week you're going to get to hear our opinion of WrestleMania 41, and boy oh boy what a show that was. So you'll get to hear our opinion. Make sure that you tune in, hit the bell notification so that you know when that gets uploaded. That will be next week. But until then, we hope that you guys have, bought some of this stuff. If you have, drop comments down below on what you've bought. Drop comments down below on if you liked it. Did you like Murder Rock? Did you like Scanners? Whatever you've bought, drop those comments down below. Tell us if you liked it or not. Make sure that you hit the bell notification, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Follow us on all the social medias down below. If you do not yet have a copy of Mothershucker or Twisted Gables, hop on over to horrorlandmedia.square.site, link in the description, and buy you a copy of both of those. If you message us, we can cut you the convention special 2 for $40. We add $6 for shipping. That'll be $46 out the door, no tax on that. So message us if you want the deal. And I guess we'll catch you next time on an episode of Welcome to Horrorland. We should be back in 2 weeks with one of those. Next week will be One Fall to a Finish. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you then.